Hi friends, first of all, excuse the noise. I'm at the glorious Centennial Park for my daily exercise walk today in the beautiful sunshine, and I wanted to post a video today about my guidance, which is the post that I published earlier about actually the cost or what we pay when we don't live our truth and our purpose and have the ability to be who we really are. So what I want to do is explain what I mean by that and then give you some tips to actually cut that cost and free yourself and break free. So first of all, what that means and how that translates in our life when we're actually not being truthful to who we really are and what we really want to do is it translates into things like disease or repressed or suppressed emotions that can then develop into addictions and all sorts of horrible things. And I don't want to bring you down, but there is a story that I actually saw recently, and it was about this Turkish girl who was raped by her father when she was 13 years old. And being Muslim, immediately what they did was marry her off. And even lied about her age to say that she was older. Like, they even went through the court and changed her birth records, and the poor thing was so traumatized and injured from that experience. And she was then married into a family where her husband was so much older than she was, and she had this mother-in-law who was bedridden and sick, and she became a literal slave and stayed quiet to the point where the story ended up with them actually dying of poisoning. It was to do with a gas or something, and they had left her out on the balcony, and she was in hypothermia, and she ended up being so traumatized. And then the story unfolded about her abuse, her trauma, etc. So I didn't share that story to bring you down. What I wanted to demonstrate or illustrate is that how harmful not being authentically true to ourselves can become. So now I'm going to share some tips with you about how you can actually break free. And here is the number one tip, because what we tend to do is lie to ourselves. And sometimes that is conditioned, like in this girl's case where she wasn't able to speak under the guise of sin, religion, right? Now, when we are taught to lie to ourselves and we keep lying to ourselves, it's very hard then to access our truth. So to access your truth and really be truthful to yourself, which is the most important thing, what is really helpful is actually going into silence, a really quiet place, and meditating and connecting with your higher self, your inner guidance, and connecting with your heart, because your heart will never ever lie to you. So if you spend some time and make it a practice, you will actually notice that your inner wisdom will come through and your truth will come through. Now, my next tip to you is that when you discover your truth, your purpose, or your reality, who you really are, then sometimes we have limiting beliefs that stop us from breaking free and being all of who we are. And this is where it's really important to eliminate all those limiting beliefs and patterns. So that's my next tip to you. Then after that, you are free to pursue your purpose and passion and be authentically you, goddess, and be all of who you are. And the number one issue, everything boils down to, is self-worth and confidence. So that's the trick, goddesses, and I hope that empowers you today and that you can be authentic, powerful, amazing women doing what you love. Because then nothing is repressed, nothing is suppressed, and you can be healthy, happy, vibrant, and alive. So with that, I wish you amazing success always.